Heyo, heyo! Today we are going to make homemade rosemary bread. Start by heating 2 cups of water up to 115 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, use a thermopen because yeast is very temperamental. Then go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of sugar so the yeast has something to eat, especially if you keep your yeast in the refrigerator, which is what we do. Next, add in 2 teaspoons plus 1/4 of a teaspoon of active yeast, or you can add in 1 packet. Go ahead and put that off to the side so you don't spill it. Yes, this is our second take. We had an accident. In a glass bowl, go ahead and add in 4 1/3 cups of flour. Now this is bread flour, but you could just use regular white flour. And of course, you have to smell it. And then go ahead and add in 1/2 tablespoon of kosher salt. You don't want to do table salt, you want to do the bigger crystal salt. Now for the yummy stuff. Oh, gotta smell it first. Yep, add in 2 tablespoons of finely chopped fresh rosemary, and then mix it around with a fork. After about 5 minutes, check your yeast. If you see it bubbling, then you know it's active. And go ahead and pour 1/2 of it into the center of your mixture. Slowly incorporate the rest of the yeast mixture. And yes, it is slightly challenging to do it with a 5-year-old, but it did work. Now, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and mix it all around with your hands. This is a recipe that you do not need to knead the dough. However, you do want to get it fully mixed up so that all portions of the dough are wet. You will find it will be a little bit sticky. Have your kids join in. It's so much fun to get sticky, and then you definitely have to wash your hands after that. Go ahead and grab some plastic wrap and fully cover it. You want to let it sit on a warm countertop for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours until it has doubled in size. Yes, make sure it's fully covered. And don't watch what happens next. Sorry, Grandma and Grandpa. Rookie mistake. I totally forgot to focus the camera, but we can still do this. Once it's doubled in size, go ahead and take off the plastic wrap. Maybe don't get your hair in it. And of course, smell it. Then go ahead and in a 10-inch cast iron skillet, place some oil at the bottom. Make sure to spread it all around and even up the sides of the cast iron skillet. Next, drizzle some oil over the top of the dough and then on your hands so that it doesn't stick to you. Start by taking your fingertips and scraping down the side of the bowl and forming it into a ball. Then transfer that ball to the center of that oiled cast iron skillet and just kind of form it and maybe taste the dough. Then go ahead and take a tea towel or a very, very thin towel and place it over, making sure not to press down on it, but place it loosely over the cast iron skillet and put it off to the side on a warm countertop for about 30 minutes to 1 hour until it's doubled in size. Heyo, I remembered to focus it, and voila! There it is. It's doubled in size and it looks beautiful. Make sure to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Yep, you know me, not a Celsius girl. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle just a tiny bit of oil on the top of it. Then with a cooking brush, go ahead and gently, we had to talk about being gentle, spread the oil on top of the entire bread. Then grab a pretty sharp knife and score an X on the top of the dough. This is to allow the steam to escape without cracking or splitting open the top. Take some more of that coarse salt and just sprinkle it over the top of it. Make sure to evenly distribute it and not just in one single area. Yes, There was a lot in that area. No worries. Next, sprinkle on some additional chopped fresh rosemary on top. You can sprinkle as much as you want or as little as you want. Then place it in the oven at 400 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. That last 5 minutes though, make sure you put it on broil to get a nice golden crust on the top. And once it's done, you'll have this beautiful rosemary bread. Now, make sure to let it sit on the cooling rack for about 15 minutes, but then take it out of the pan so that it doesn't get soggy on the bottom. Enjoy!